too many salespeople are just trying automotive sales till something better comes along. Sales is an easy job to get, and many people use automotive sales as an in-between job. If a salesperson is just trying automotive sales until something better comes along, they are shortchanging the customer, management, and owners alike. Who hires these people? I became a car salesman in 1979 because I couldn't find a job anywhere else. I had been turned down at IBM, I'd been turned down at Sun Life, I'd been turned down at Carnation. I had a master's degree, okay? And I'm having a beer with my father, and he says, "Why don't you try sales, Steve?" I said, "Well, maybe I will." So I started my very scientific job search in the classified help wanted ads with A, and guess what popped up? Automotive. Now, I'd been going on interviews where I would get there at 9 o'clock, take a battery of tests, go out to lunch with an executive, then go through a series of interviews in the afternoon, and 3 days later get a letter saying, "No thanks." So I called the Chevrolet store, and they said, "Come on down." I said, "What time?" They said, "It doesn't matter." Well, that's strange. So I go down there, and I'm ready for a battery of tests. I go out to lunch with an executive and go through a series of interviews. Well, receptionist says, "Sit down." Manager comes out, brings me in his office, and this was the interview. "Rhett, you be me, I'll be the interviewer. You ready?"
Yes.
"Rhett, do you like people?
Sure I do, Steve.
You like cars?
Yeah, I grew up around cars.
When can you start?" Now, I thought they just appreciated my educational background. Okay? But it turns out that wasn't the case. Okay? But I told people I got into the car business, and I had to get all new friends. My parents, my father said, "I didn't mean car sales." He raised hell about the money wasted on my education. My wife didn't stick around much longer. Bitch. So I was going to try automotive sales till something better came along, because I thought I had a bad job. And thank the Lord, and I mean that, I went to work for a dealership that just beat it into me. Okay, I mean, I sold 9 cars my first month because they spent like $100,000, and this was in 1979, a month in advertising. Okay, so we were in a recession. We were still overrun with people. Okay, a monkey could have sold 9 cars. Second month, that was the first 15 days, and then the second month on the 15th, I had like 7 out, so I was tracking for 14. When the manager calls me in and he says, "Steve, it ain't working." I said, "What?" He said, No. He said, "It's not working. You need to go find something else to do." Now, the only thing worse than being a car salesman at that point in my life was being fired as a car salesman. So I said, "I don't understand." He goes, "Steve, let me explain it to you. You don't think this is a great job. You think that there are a lot better jobs out there, and quite frankly, I know you're still looking." I said, "No, I'm not." And he just looked at me and goes, "I know you're still looking." And he was right. I was lying to him. So he said, "Look, you're a nice kid, you get a nice education." He goes, "You're never going to succeed in this business because you don't think it's a good business." And he points to the guy across the showroom floor, older fellow, probably in his late 30s, and said, "That guy right there, I don't know whether it was 9th, 10th, or 11th grade he finished. I know he doesn't have a high school degree. However, he thinks this is the greatest job in the world, and he makes more money than 95% of the people in this country. That's the kind of person I want. So you need to pack up your stuff and just go find, say, I wish you the best, blah, blah, blah." Well, I groveled, and finally he got tired of me groveling. He says, "All right, Steve, I'll tell you what, I'll give you one more day." He said, "If you can behave tomorrow like you're going to be in this business for the rest of your life, I'll give you a second day. If you can fake it for a second day, because you're going to have to, I'll give you a third day. You can fake it for a third day, I'll give you a fourth day." He goes, "If you can make it through the end of the month, 3 things will happen. I'll make more money, you'll make more money, and you'll have a clue as to whether this business is for you." And I asked him maybe the best question I ever asked anybody professionally speaking. I said, "What would someone do if they were going to be in this business for the rest of their life? What would they do during the course of a day? And he gave me a list of things. And that man, may he rest in peace, taught me more about how to make a living than all my high school, undergraduate, and graduate schools combined. He taught me more about how to make a living. And I don't have to really have this talk with you guys because none of you are brand new in the business. None of you